myself a minimalist, but I guess it's just a crutch, cause I struggle with the tendency to say too much. So if you really wanna know just what I'm about, then sit down for a minute, we'll fucking talk it out. In a fight you might be right to choose a sword over a pen, but words are more than just the means that justifies the end. They may be tools or weapons, and they can be unkind, especially if you're predisposed to speak your mind. See, I held my tongue when I was young and hung back in the crowd, committed to my point of view, but not to voicing it out loud. That we can shift and change and rearrange as we get older. Most will stay set in their ways, but some keep growing bolder. It was unconsciously prophetic that I nurtured this aesthetic, and now the words just stick together like they were magnetic. There's no guarantee that I'll be heard just because I own a microphone and a pencil and a pad and have a strong urge to spend my time alone. Yeah, big words don't mean superiority, not to the majority. So keep it simple, stupid, should be your first priority. Still, each year we add more words into our dictionaries, inversely corresponding to our shrinking vocabularies. And more words don't equal clarity or certify sincerity. Those keen to glean the meaning, they're actually a rarity. If you're out to build a brand, use the words they understand. Keep repeating until they're eating from your hand. If I come straight up rationality to be my nationality, I may start a war within myself and be the only casualty, succumbing in the battle between my ego and my id, where it's self-effacing adult versus self-destructive kid. This unintelligent design means that I'm searching all the time, trying to cast myself into a role I really can't define, constantly preoccupied with shifting my mentality. Can therapy or drugs further this reversionality? It's a puzzling dichotomy that there's a price to being free. You must accept just who you are if you want to be all you can be. There's zero chance of finishing what you never begin. A permanent spectator on the outside looking in, and we cling to our old habits like some threadbare story that's inadequately artful to be an allegory. The fact this life is short is just what makes it bearable. Not everything we say or do can be a punchline or a parable. Yeah, you swore you would stay off the floor until you learn to dance, self-administering a near-lethal dose of insignificance. Something unperceived lies at the root of your anxiety, throwing daggers from the shadows like a secret society. So you're stuck in a loop that takes you round and round, repeating sentiments you'd never tire of expounding. Recollection makes you feel your predilections weren't misplaced. It's a challenge to reside in a present with the past erased. Chance to take a stance, unraveling as circumstantial evidence filled the expanse between illusion and romanticizing reminiscence, contradicting its existence, and all the while I stood trial for the denial of my wounded inner child. Everything mattered. We used to be defined by how our dreams were shattered. We'd keep that shit alive because it shields us from the truth that the last new thing we ever learned was in the waning of our youth. And we don't dare to be aware of what comes next, that only when our lives are over will they have any context. How a deathbed confession of a long-hidden obsession could alter the perception of everyone in our funeral procession. Life's a pop-tart, a pop song, one sugary moment and it's gone. The crumbs don't echo on, they melt away before too long. It may be detrimental to get too sentimental, but fundamental that you realize that your body's just a rental, and that things will rarely work out in the way that we had planned. We just get to be here, struggling to understand that who we thought we were and who we know we want to be can be as different as night and day, reality and fantasy. I might cautiously advise you, not much of what I say should actually surprise you. I might start by lamenting the uncommonness of common sense, or say that any justifiable stance requires evidence. Don't believe everything you hear and don't say everything you think. It's usually best to shut your mouth and not have another drink. And as you go, remember this, at best it's all just hit or miss, and delusion is the artifice into which we dig despair's abyss.